I had always partied in high school. It was never really a problem at that point. When I was 19, I started to get really heavily involved in sports. I was actually MMA fighting for a few years, and I had torn my rotator cuff when I was 22. And that day that I tore my rotator cuff, I was handed a prescription for Percocet, and my life spiraled out of control from that point. And when I hurt my shoulder, I couldn't do the sport anymore, and I had a lot of free time on my hands and a new prescription of drug, and I got hooked on them. And from that point, I started using those, and it evolved into OxyContin. I ended up getting them from friends. But it was a tough time because I had lost who I was, you know? I lost myself in the drugs. They took over everything that was important to me. I started failing at work, and I didn't care. And I wasn't the husband or father that I wanted to be, that I knew I could be, you know. When I was back in New Jersey, my family had put me into a detox down there, and I was there for 5 days. They loaded me up with medications. I actually left the detox with more prescriptions than I went in with. I had a new prescription of Klonopin, Thorazine, which is like a heavy sedative. And I got out, and I relapsed the day I got out. I don't remember the 3 weeks before I got here because of all those medications. Then I was out for about 5 days. They sent me back to the same detox. While I was in that detox, my family said they found a rehab for me to go to, and my dad picked me up from the detox, drove me straight to the airport, and they flew me here. And when I got here, I had a big bag of prescriptions, and I walked in, I said, here's my medication, you know, you guys hand them out, right, at 8 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and they told me all about, there's no medication here, you know, and I was scared at first, and I said, well, I've been on these psych meds for 5-6 years, I can't go off them, I'll be crazy, I'm bipolar, I'm totally nuts, you guys don't understand. And the staff here was so great. They talked to me about it, and they let me know that I was gonna be okay, that they were gonna watch me. If I did freak out, it was okay. You know, they were gonna take care of me. And I said, okay. And I ended up being really normal, I think, in my own eyes. I feel so happy and free from those drugs. And I have nothing that I have to do in the morning to get through the day, you know? I'm myself, and people seem to like it, and I like it, and it's awesome. In the life skills course is what helps you maintain your sobriety. I've resolved a lot of my problems, but I still have a lot. The only difference is between now and then is that I have the ability to handle and confront the situations instead of let them just take over my life. I've learned a lot about myself. For me, handling and confronting situations was a big problem for me. I could never look someone in the eye. If somebody did something to me that I didn't like, I would just keep it inside and I would let it build up. And eventually that's what led to my downfall, I think, was a lot of problems that were unhandled and not confronted. And I've gained the ability to do that, to address any situation that I need to, and to be confident in who I am. I had gone home back to New Jersey, and I had stayed in touch with everyone from here. All the staff members would call me every once in a while. I would call them. We had a great friendship, and I was unhappy with my job back home, and a few other things, and they had invited me back to start training, and I thought that was awesome. So I came back here because I love this place, and this is where I wanted to be, and I'm here now. I live here in Spring Hill, and I'm happy.